Discipline. Here is a tough topic to talk about because we all have different opinions on what discipline should look like. Whether you are a believer in timeouts, grounding your kids, spanking, or only using positive punishment, this short video is for you. Sometimes we get into a pattern with our discipline. We use the same techniques over and over. If this is you, I would bet sometimes this works for you, but then sometimes it doesn't. See, kids start to desensitize from repetitive punishment and discipline. So today, I'm going to give you some quick tips on how to keep even discipline unique and keep your kids on their toes. Now, first, there are only two motives for disciplining your child. The first is to get them to do something. And the second is to stop them from doing something. You want them to clean their room, but you don't want them to leave the water running. That's simple enough. Now, psychologists say that there are 4 types of ways to change someone's behavior. And here is where we usually get into a rut. We use one type again and again and again. But I'm hoping that if you know all 4 types, it will make you aware of your other options. Now, behavioral psychology can get confusing here, so I want to define a few terms first. Let's start with positive and negative. With what we're talking about, positive will mean to add something, and negative is going to mean to take it away. It does not mean good or bad. This is important. I also want to define reinforcement and punishment. Reinforcement as wanting to increase a behavior, see it again and again and again. And punishment being to eliminate a behavior. We want to stop it. Now, let's get into the types. Type 1, positive reinforcement. That would be here. This one you probably know because it tends to work the best. You provide something your child likes for behaviors you want to see again. You give them something and you want them to do something. Examples of this are giving praise, giving attention, giving them rewards for maybe cleaning their room, something you want them to do. Type 2, negative reinforcement. That will be here. Here you're taking away something from the child until they do what you have asked them. Maybe you take away the phone until their homework is done. In order to stop your nagging, your child finally cleans their room. Either way, see, you're taking away something in order to get compliance. Type 3, positive punishment. Here, you're giving something to the child in order to reduce a behavior. Maybe you want your kid to stop bringing mud in the house. So every time they don't take off their shoes and they track in mud in the house, now they have to clean the floors. See, you added something, cleaning the floors, in order to reduce a behavior. Stop bringing mud in the house. Finally, type 4, negative punishment. Right there. Here, you're taking away something to reduce a behavior. For example, you don't want your child to talk back to you. So you reduce that behavior by taking away their freedom. See, you gave them a timeout or you grounded them, depending on their age. So rewind the video and figure out which type of strategy you use most. It is probably positive punishment and positive reinforcement or negative punishment, because those are the 2 most common. Then consider other options for next time. Maybe you can throw in a different strategy for a behavior that you can't seem to get corrected. So there you go. Maybe by knowing your motives and now being aware of your options, you can vary up your discipline techniques. Remember that being consistent, following through, and no bluffing is key. Also, trying to make the punishment fit the crime. If the problem is your child is not taking care of their clothes by leaving them all over the floor, I have that one all the time, then taking away the iPad may not be the best option. Instead, make the punishment fit the crime by having them do their own laundry now. See, the problem was about clothes. So the punishment should be about clothes. Lastly, remember that all 4 techniques help modify behavior. I'm a big fan of positive punishment, but too much of a good thing turns bad. So varying up your techniques can be the most effective. For example, both punishing for being late for school and rewarding for being on time can incentivize a child to be on time. So use the rewards and the punishment in combination. Thank you for joining me today. For more impactful parent tips and advice, go to theimpactfulparent.com and sign up. Remember, it's theimpactfulparent.com.